had some blockages.
Wow.
And those stress tests, as good as they are, they're accurate about 85% of the time, right? And the other 15% could potentially miss it. So, we'll draw some pictures. This here is the aorta. And I know you guys are doing a quick video here, so I can take a picture for you too, as soon as I'm done.
Is that okay if I'm videoing?
Absolutely, that's
okay.
fine.
Have long for that to happen.
You want to sit up a bit more, or you okay?
Yeah, just a hair. Don't use a hand.
Don't pull with this hand. Yeah, I'll help you.
Oh, that's good.
That's the jewelry card.
All right. Wow. That's some pretty good artwork.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the contour. These are actually the arteries of the heart. Okay, this is the left side. We're going to talk about that, and this is the right side. The right side is very big. This is what's called the dominant right system. You have some plaque here in the left main. Okay, maybe about 30%. Okay, not horribly bad, but it's something to be watching out for. Then we have a little bit, maybe 20% plaque as it comes down here. And then maybe about a 30 to 40% in this area here. So there's plaque all throughout. But nothing that's obstructive. Now this branch, okay, it's called a diagonal branch. It's the second one. Here's the first and here's the second. At the second diagonal branch, you have a good 90%. Wow. Right? Pretty significant. And that definitely could be causing chest discomfort and chest pain. We'll get back to that one. Okay. Now we're going to go look at this right side, which was definitely a PETA pain in terms of trying to get through this, because there was a significant areas of blockages here all throughout as it comes down. So it's about 80% at its worst.
Wow.
Okay.
Jeez.
So this is definitely what I believe was causing your discomfort, because every time I would inflate that balloon, you would say, ouch, chest pain. And because I'm actually occluding that vessel, you actually feel it. Okay, so. Now to get a stent, to do all this, a stent is, it's a straight, I mean it can bend, but it's...
We're talking little guy.
No, the stent was very long. I had to use two. I used about a 38 millimeter and a 15 millimeter. I had to use two stents.
That's
That's
the
about-
size
Give
on
me
that.
a rough idea.
He's got what?
Millimeters?
So that's these are the sizes of the stents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
4 millimeters and 3.5
Yeah, so
millimeters.
the diameter is about 4.0 millimeter. That's the diameter.
Yeah.
Length, we're talking about 38 plus 15. So I went pretty much this red part from here all the way to about here and stented this whole area.
Oh my God. Wow.
And that's a left artery.
This is the right side.
Yeah.
Right.
So here we are. So all that now, we've pushed, that's a long area of stent.
Do you remove the plaque or just push it
No,
over?
unfortunately, and we'll talk about things to prevent further progression, is these came over, unfortunately, to lifestyle changes, right, over the course of time. And these, we can't take them away. We can really just try to stretch it out. Basically what we're doing is this plaque here, we're stretching and pushing it out this way so that we have flow. So that's what we really did.
Okay.
So,
How many are in there? How many
Two.
in that section?
in this section. So 38 millimeter long segment here, and then I overlapped it and did another 15 millimeters. So flow is now much better and improved. Now, to keep this open, most importantly is to stay on the aspirin and Plavix. Okay, aspirin 81 milligrams a day, and Plavix 75 milligrams daily. Do not 75 milligrams of Plavix.
Okay.
Do not miss that dose. You may get a little bruising, but do not stop it. Okay, before you decide stopping it, you gotta talk to your cardiologist. Because if you stop it, what can happen is a clot can form. We call that acute stent thrombosis. And then completely block this off and cause a pretty large heart attack. Right, so that's very key.
Am I gonna have a conflict of interest taking the prednisone?
Not the prednisone, but your platelets are on the borderline side, right? There's
Yeah, I
87,000.
saw there were.
It's still above 50,000, so I said, okay, let's, we got to take care of the problem. Now, if it was under 50,000, then I'd be a little more weary in giving you that.
All
Okay.
right, so take the prednisone and the tube.
Well, yeah, the prednisone is for your lupus, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not going to tell you to stop that.
Okay.
And you shouldn't, because you've probably been taking it for a while.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want to have any what's called adrenal insufficiency issues if you stop it suddenly.
I've had it for 30 years.
Yeah, okay, now, this part's pretty much taken care of. We'll move on to this part, okay? So, no stenting at all. And the reason why is this area here, it could cause chest discomfort or angina, but it probably won't cause a massive heart attack, right? Let's say this goes out, it's a diagonal branch, it can happen, right? And the reason why I say not to stent it is, you see here, it was all in this area. This one is at what we call a branch point, right? It's a little tougher. And I'm gonna try it out from here. Okay, so at a branch point, the way a stent would have to go, if we were to do this, the stent itself has to cover this whole area where there's plaque up here. So the stent would have to come kind of sort of like this. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And then that runs the risk of